and welcome everyone to another Big Tales video about painting miniatures fundamentals. My name is Ruben Martinez and today I will be talking about preparing the miniature, which is the very first steps in every painting process. So with these videos we hope to make more enjoyable your installation days, and maybe you could retake your old brushes, or why not discover this beautiful hobby which we love. So if you like to see more material like this, please don't forget to like and subscribe for channel. So let's go with the tools. So first thing that we'll need is something with a cutting edge, like an X-Acto knife or a surgical blade like this. So with this tool, please be very careful, okay? We want to avoid cutting fingers. Okay. Next thing that we'll use is a pair of cutting pliers to remove the spruce. Okay. Next thing, a toothbrush to remove dirt from the surface. Fine grinded sandpaper or wet sandpaper probably is the best to polish the surface. Okay. Some putty like green stuff, magic sculpt, milliput, whichever you want, is good for filling gaps between joints. And some modeling tool, you could get some clay sharpers, is very useful, or make your own tools like this one. Okay. And last, cyanoacrylate glue. Okay. And his activator. Okay, in order to speed up the process. So this is everything. Okay, so let's start preparing the miniature itself. So it is my guy is from the Black Sailors range from Big Tales Creatives, and it comes in this beautiful box like this. Okay, so you could see from the beginning the quality of the resin. And first thing that you need is to unbox all the parts. Okay. So in order to prepare the miniature, I'll need to find first of all the line molds and remove them. I must to say that every miniature comes from a mold, so it's normal that every miniature have this kind of things. So it's easy to remove them with the blade. Okay, if you put the blade in this direction and start to remove the line mold like this, you'll see how easy it is to deal with. Okay, I'll use the toothbrush to remove the excess of resin and continue with the preparation. Okay, the good thing about this blade is the shape. Okay, this allows me to access to every part of the miniature. You'll find more difficult to make this kind of things with a straight edge. So I recommend you to use this kind of surgical blades. And again, don't forget to be very careful. Okay. Usually the line molds are around all the miniature, so take your time to find and remove. In these parts and in these parts as well. Sometimes the casting is pretty perfect, so there's no line mold, and it's good in order to start painting more quick. But every miniature will have some kind of line mold, remember that. Okay. These marks are made when you remove the line mold, but don't worry, because you don't notice this when you prime the miniature. Okay, so it's pretty ready. Here a little bit more. Okay. And later you could apply some sandpaper in these parts in order to make more softer, like this. Okay, and this is everything that you need to remove and deal with line molds. The enemies of the painters. Okay. Next thing that you need is to cut off the sprues. Okay, so with the cutting pliers, it's very easy to make these kind of things. Maybe later you could make this surface flatter in this way, in order to fit later very well to the base. Okay, so this part is ready, and I'll continue preparing the rest of the pieces. So give me a few minutes, please. Okay, so now all the pieces has no line molds, no sprues, and I could start to proceed to the assembling of the miniature. Okay, I'm cleaning more the pieces in order to remove all the dirt from the pieces. And now I'll start to glue everything together. So I told you about some gaps before between joints like this, but you don't need to fill with putty this kind of gaps because are so small, and with the glue will be enough to fill this kind of gaps. Okay, so the process pretty like this. Okay, I hold the pieces together for a while, and now in order to speed up the process I will apply some activator in the surface like this. Okay, and now it's dry, completely dry. Okay, this is very useful when you need to glue together thin pieces. Okay, very small pieces. This is another part. Okay, same process. I apply a little bit of glue here, and now I'm holding for a while, and same process, a little bit of activator, and when this dries the joint is hard. Okay, so few pieces left. The right arm now. Activator is no needed, okay, but it's very useful. And the hat for this badass pirate. Okay, I'll put a little bit of glue here. And now I'll put in the place. You can see without activator, glue takes longer in order to glue the parts together. So you could hold these pieces like that and now apply the activator. Okay, so it's easier in this way. And the activator could be used with painted parts don't affect anything. This stuff is evaporated in few seconds. The problem with the activator is make the joints more fragile. Okay, so take this into account. Okay, so now I need something to hold the miniature in order to paint comfortably. Let me look for a base. I have some bases. Okay, so last thing that we need to do in order to start with the priming process of the miniature is to place in a holder. Okay, I have this piece of wood, it's like a plinth. Okay, and the same process for the pieces, and in this case I will take advantage of the fragile joint that will make with the activator. Okay, because this is not my definitive base, I will using this only for paint the miniature. Okay, and in this way I could hold the miniature while I'm painting this. Very safe and comfortable. Okay, so when you have finished painting the miniature, it's very easy to hit the miniature from the plinth, because I spray some activator over the glue, so these joints will be fragile enough to make this. Okay, and I could place in a aesthetic base. Okay, so I recommend you to use a little bit of glue only for this. I'll glue again onto the holder in order to prime the miniature. Okay, so let's see as a bonus track, priming the miniature. Okay, so why to prime a miniature first of all? I must to say that you could start to paint directly onto the resin, but the paint will cover in a strange way. So the best thing that you could do is to prime the miniature before start painting. So you could prime the miniature with products like that. This is, for example, from Vallejo, that you could apply this with a brush. It's as simple as that. Maybe you could need to apply 2 coats of this product. You have black, gray, white, whichever you want, and this is easy as to apply this with a brush. Okay, so you want to see an example. Okay, so as we saw in the previous video, I have here my wet palette. Okay, and I pour some of this product on my wet palette, and with a brush I'll start applying this product straight from the bottle. Okay, you don't need to dilute this paint. Okay, this way. one or two coats will be enough. Okay? And over this coat of primer will be very easy to apply later layers of paint. Okay. Of course, more easy and quick will be priming with sprays. Okay, so another way to prime your miniatures is with those ones. They are spray primers. Those are from Games Workshop, which I love it. Okay, you have several colors: white, black, and many more you will find in the market. Okay, and other brands that would be okay, but I prefer to use these ones. Okay, so as a recommendation, please don't spray this inside your home. Make it outside. Okay, and the process for make the priming is something to keep an eye on the distance to the miniature, something like that. Okay, and not insist too much in one part. Move the spray and the miniature in this way quickly, and it's done. You will find the distance as a recommendation is something like this, 15 centimeters, 20 centimeters, something like that. Not from here, not from here, something in the middle. Okay, this is important.
Okay. So this is the way that I prime my miniatures in isolation. So I show you. First of all, shake very well the spray, okay, like this, and start to spray. For every part, but not inciting too much in one part, okay? I check everything is covered, okay? And for me, the best priming coat is once you have everything in black, okay, you could spray a white coat from above in order to mark the lights and the shadows on the miniature from the beginning, okay? So, in this way, okay, I spray a little bit of white in the back as well. And now I let it dry.
The spray you will have the miniature prepared like this one, okay? So, as you could see, the results are pretty similar with both products. Okay, so this is everything that you need in order to get your miniature ready for painting. So I hope that you like the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe in order to see more material like this. So stay healthy and stay painting. Bye bye.